AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Rodgers again now. Flushed it. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. It gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force 4th down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. A fairly short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. On 1st down, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like that.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Oh, this is a great play right here by a very versatile linebacker. It's a zone defense, so he's responsible for one area of the field. And Brandon, I don't think the quarterback ever saw it. Or if he did, he saw him too late because he snuck into a great position there to pick that one off.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. On play action, Prescott. To Lamb, he pulls it in. What a catch. And he's out right at the 25. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. The slot man in motion right. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick six for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monster, as we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Extra point by Ball, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Finds his receiver, Watson. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Prescott now. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 34 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And out of the backfield gets in for the score. Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, 43 yards. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And again, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Prescott on play action. Right back to Tolbert. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To the air again, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. That will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Yeah, it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game. How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense. Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And it's 2nd down. Play action now. Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The kick by Marr is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked out, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. On 3rd down, Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The 30. The 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A first down carry by Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Dak. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide